The dirty secret of clinical practice is you're going to suck for a while. If you're a clinician and you're a few years in and you are quietly worried that you don't know as much as you're supposed to know, that your outcomes aren't what you hoped they would be, I want to talk to you. I have been doing this for a long time, and just a couple of days ago, real story, I learned something in a human donor dissection lab that blew my mind. I don't even know how I didn't know it. I've been teaching anatomy for, as of today, 15 years, and I learned something in a cadaver lab that I had no clue. That's astounding, right? How did I not know that? Stick with me. In this video, I want to explain the thing that I think makes clinicians outstanding and the thing that I think makes clinicians mediocre. And it's probably not what you think. A great mentor of mine, Diane Lee, has drugged me along and taught me more than I thought any human can. And I first learned this, or first became aware of this, through her. My name is Dr. Chad Woodard, Dr. Daddy Chatty. I'm the guy that knows what it's like to sit in front of a patient and the stakes are high. Patients that say, this must work. I can't do this anymore. If this doesn't work, hope is lost. Heavy. The stakes are high. People deserve to feel better. We deserve to give our best. We owe it to them to give our best. And when things don't go well, it is demoralizing and it is crippling at times just to feel so inadequate. I'm the guy people come to see when they've had that experience elsewhere. Earlier in my career, 2, 3, a few years out, I was panicking constantly. Patients would come in and I had done what I thought was right. I'd given them a thorough treatment. I had reasoned it out. I had theory. I had clinical reasoning as to why what we had done together should make them better. And they would come in and they weren't better. I'll be a little unfiltered here. My ego, it struggled. It couldn't handle that. What do you mean you're not better? What are you doing wrong? You're not doing the exercises, I bet. You're not following instructions. I have a doctorate degree. I know what I'm doing, and if you were following instructions, you would be feeling better. What do you have to say for yourself? No, I didn't say any of that, but man, internally, mm, I was frustrated, I was angry, I was confused, and I felt just hopeless. I had this awful feeling of like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be the expert here. I'm supposed to be the one that can help this person, and they're not getting better. Man, it takes a hit to the ego. And as early clinicians, we've got a couple of options in that. We can say, patient's fault. I'm doing my job. I held my end of the bargain. They're not doing theirs. Or we can say, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something. Let me see what it is. As a clinician, we got a fork in the road. How about a patient? What is the patient going through? Maybe they are doing their exercises and they're frustrated. Maybe they're saying, I'm doing this stupid exercise that Dr. Chad told me to do, but I don't know, I'm not getting any better. Man, what does that mean for them? What are the costs for them? Well, it depends on the severity of the symptoms, but it means that they're not getting back to their life. They're getting frustrated. Many of us as therapists are empaths. We feel stuff, right? And if our patient comes in and they're like, well, I don't know, it feels kind of about the same. Ah, how delicious to latch onto, right? As a clinician, don't we want to say, oh, well, you're frustrated. Well, now I'm frustrated. We're going to be frustrated together. And now it's a soup of misery. We share our, oh, Why aren't you getting better? And it's hard. It's hard. That's the beauty and the excitement of clinical practice, because we can either say, it's just hard, I can't figure it out, or we can do something different. As a clinician, the alternative here is not the easy path. The alternative here is to keep asking, to keep testing, to keep finding and exploring, and to have the humility to say, I don't know. That happened years ago. I was mentoring a younger provider working with a patient. This provider was just observing the session, and we did a big session, a robust session. At the end of this session, I looked at my patient, who came to me as the expert, the one with answers, the person who can help me. And I looked. And at the end of that session, my honest take was, I, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do you say to your patient when the actual thought in your mind is, man, I don't know? I'll tell you what I said to this patient in front of a junior therapist. I said, okay, today we've got a lot of data, and I appreciate you going along for the ride with me. I know I put you through a lot. You're a champion. I understand your symptoms are this. And through today's session, I have a ton of data to sort through. And I'm going to be honest with you. Of all that information we got, I don't know if we found the key. I don't know if we found the gateway to get into your system just yet. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to give you everything I've got. And if any of that doesn't work, we'll find something else. We will keep going. We will keep pushing. We will keep exploring until we find the thing. Is that okay with you? And the patient said, fuck yeah. Thank you. Keep going. I appreciate you taking the time to explore instead of lie to me about my symptoms. Afterwards, that clinician sat down with me, just white-faced, and he said, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you told your patient you didn't know the answer. You came in as the expert, the person to be able to fix them when no one else had. And you told them you didn't know? I said, I didn't know yet. Yet. What is this skill, this thing, this characteristic, this trait that separates the master clinicians from the mediocre clinicians? Watching a master clinician can be so inspirational, so exciting. Diane Lee, for example, when I watch her treat as a junior clinician, that's why I don't have any hair. It just blew right off my head. I was astounded. I was thrilled. I was so excited. And I was so overwhelmed. I was panicking. And I left early mentoring sessions with someone of that caliber saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Dear patients, there's a clinician out there in this world who can help you. I'm not that clinician. You got to fly to where that clinician lives and go and get treated by them. Like that. I don't have the answers, but someone does. And in me, I had a choice to make. I could either say, oh, that's delicious. I have to learn. I have to know. What did that person just do to that person's body? That was a miracle. And I have to learn it. I have to know it, regardless of the cost. Whatever the stakes, I have to be able to do that. Listen to me. I could have easily have said, just as easily, more easily perhaps said, this is too fucking much. I've been in school since the beginning of time. I don't have time to do more of this. I don't need to learn more. My outcomes are fine. My patients, by and large, are getting better. It's good. It's okay. And that, dear friends, is the thing that changes, the thing that delineates masters, true experts, from people who are fine with just getting by. It is the humility to ask the question, what the hell did you just do, and how quickly can you teach it to me? I have to know. It's this insatiable need, this desire to become outstanding, which is hard when you compare that to, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. My patients, for the most part, they're getting better. To ask that question day to day, year to year, decade to decade, takes humility. It takes vulnerability. And the longer we're out of graduate school, the more credentials we have, or the more letters after our name, or the more impressive our CV may or may not look, the more courses we've taken, the harder it gets to say, pooh, I don't know. But I'm going to keep looking. Now, if you felt this, I know that feeling. It is damn hard to show up to work and sit across from a patient, to look them in the face, and deep down, your body is screaming, you don't know what you're doing. You're missing it. I know that feeling. I know what that's like. It's hard. Plain and simple. It's hard. That's why we call this a practice. I hope that if I ever get to the point in my career where I believe I know everything, I hope they send me away somewhere. Out to pasture. That sounds boring. It's not interesting. There's no fun in that. Just knowing everything. Because now I'm just executing. I'm no longer thinking. I'm no longer solving puzzles. This that I'm talking about is what clinical reasoning, testing, exploring is built on. This is what I teach. Now, if this resonates with you, I want you to follow along. I want you to come and take a course with me. Let's learn this together. Let's get rid of that feeling of inadequacy or shame. I've created a video, free, the big 3 learnings that were most influential to me as a young and growing and learning clinician. And I have courses that I teach in person where we go deep into this material and we start finding these patterns. We start asking these right questions. We start training ourselves to ask the questions that build the breakthroughs that finally get rid of us feeling like an imposter. I encourage you to start asking those questions and to get uncomfortable, because getting uncomfortable makes you better.